Hey friends, it's Marian from My Crafty Home and Garden, and today we're going to do a little tour of the property and what I have growing and what my plans are. And we're also going to be assembling some raised beds. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to the film of me building this galvanized raised bed, and I'll show you what the raised bed looks like. And then we're going to do a tour of the garden. But before we do that, if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and click that red button and give me a thumbs up so other people can find my videos. Also, if you're not familiar with any of my gardening videos, I live in a single family home. My growing zone is 7B, I believe. And yeah, I this is my third summer or third spring, I guess to say, living in this particular house. Previously, I lived in townhouses, so I've done very small gardening. So if you're interested in those videos, I'll have all those linked below for you. But we're gonna go ahead and cut to me building those galvanized raised beds, and I'll go ahead and show you what they look like all done. So here are the galvanized raised beds. As you can see, I went ahead and put my arch in. This is the 4x2, so it's 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, 1 foot high. They come in a pack of 2. I definitely want to have 2 more back here and 2 more up here, and I think I would be pretty done once I have a set of 4. 2 more sets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. 6. I think I'll be done. I plan on growing the cucumber around this trellis and putting some tomatoes and peppers and bush beans in between here, and probably planting some marigold flowers around. I want to have a set back there for my butternut squash. I think that will be nice. I really enjoy growing butternut squash. I enjoy eating butternut squash, so it'll be nice to have at least another one back there. And up here, I would like to have another set for the remainder of my tomatoes and peppers. I love growing jalapeno peppers and cayenne peppers because I like to use them in my dishes throughout the seasons. So there's the arch. And they're very simple to put together. I'm very pleased. I will link these below. Fairly decent price. So I like them. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the property and what I'm growing and some of my plans. I kind of talked about this area that used to be the in-ground garden. Now we're going to look at some of my seedlings I have. Right here I have the tomato blend. It's like a tomato rainbow blend in here. I have the cucumbers in here. The butternut squash in here, the Cherokee tomato, this is an heirloom tomato, and right where the bird poop is supposed to be okra. Yeah, there's that. I don't know if the okra's gonna pop up. So that's what I have, but my tomatoes are popping up nicely. These butternut squash, they look beautiful, as well as this cucumber plant that I'm super excited about growing up here. So really excited about that. I don't know in the last video if we the last tour if you knew, but we moved the fire pit over there. And last year, you know, this got put in and has been used several times. My son loves it. I did bring the sand pit. It's like a ring with a bunch of sand inside there. This area has been cleared out a lot. I'll have to link the other video below of like me walking through this property, of like how unnecessarily crazy it looked. I want to put a hammock somewhere. I need to find some trees that are close by that I can do the hammock in, but I would like the hammock to possibly be like right here, a nice size hammock just to stay outside. It'll be a relaxing adventure for us. Probably some shade loving plant can go here. Back here has been completely cleared out. Let me widen the lens for y'all to see a little bit better. This is where we're going to have the in-ground garden, as well as a more structured greenhouse. And I'm going to have a hoop to go over here. This whole area, like you couldn't walk through here. This was all blackberry bushes, and you can see them jokers are trying to grow back, but we're going to keep pulling them. These were like the wild ones that was very thorny and unpleasant. All this has been completely cleared out, and this is eventually where the bigger garden is going to be. So I don't want to spend a lot of energy putting too many beds up there when I know eventually this is going to be it. And what I'm thinking for once I get this established is making that front bed up there more like a flower and tea kind of bed. So this will all be nothing but fruits and vegetables, but then up there I would put possibly like all of the different types of herbs and the teas to make teas with, as well as some cut flowers to use. It's something really pretty and also very useful. This tree will get cut down because it provides a lot of shade, but that's blocking out the sun. I think once we get that tree out, we'll see this open up as a great area for growing. So we're going to walk up to the front of the property here and I'm going to show you where we kind of clean some more stuff up. I know some of you guys are probably like, but where did you put, oh, there's all the wood from the trees that we cut down right there. So up front here, we really put rocks all through here. I do want to put 2 roses on this side to balance the other side. We have some rocks right here. This is lettuce I have growing. Nothing's popping up yet, so I don't know about this, y'all. But this is pepper grass and a salad mix. I was hoping something would have popped up by now, but yeah, nothing. Y'all see anything? I don't, so that's a little disappointing. Anywho, we have cilantro. I don't ever have the best luck with cilantro. It says it likes full sun and well drainage soil, which is all this is. Maybe I need to put some compost in here. I don't know. Let me know. This is obviously from like Lowe's. And this one is a purple basil that is looking kind of sad too. We're just going to have a moment of silence for the basil. All right, so there's that. But yeah, we just put rocks through here that my son keeps kicking out, but it works because I think it looks nice and neat. Solar lights got put through here, and let me show you, we do have our little flag that says be our guest. So a lot of these flowers, I call this front to bed because there's a bed on the other side, and I'll show you that in a minute. Or what I like to call my recycle garden, because I recycled a lot of stuff from the back and also what I brought over from my townhouse here in this garden. So these are daylilies. They will pop up and they will form a beautiful orange pop color. I'm hoping they will come and kind of fill this area out, and I can take some of these out to put on the other side and other places in the garden as well. But I wanted this just to be full of color. These are the peonies. I have a variety of colors that were in the back of the yard. This single rose was actually by the garage that kept getting run over by the lawnmower. I rescued it, and I just put it straight in the ground. I normally cut my roses all the way down to the nubs, but I didn't this one because it was so distressed with being cut over. I decided just to leave it, and it looks like it's doing really well. The gladiolus, I have 4 here and 4 on the other side. They're popping up. There's 1, there's 2, 3, and 4. These are going to be a variety of mixed colors. I'm super excited. I was watching You Can't Eat the Grass video about gladiolus, and now I want like 20 more. So I think I'm going to like succession plant these so I can constantly get a bloom. So I'll get some more bulbs so I can find them and plant some more in here just to have another set of blooms come in, because I think they're going to be really pretty in a pop of color, because the peonies, they won't be blooming anymore. These were transplanted from the back and of the yard. So I wanted to put them in here early this fall. I think I put them, or was it last fall? I think it was last fall I put these in, and they were like little, just the nubs. They were so pathetic, but look how great they're doing now. Chamomile, sorry, is in there, not popping up yet. I stuck that up on little bricks to kind of get out of the dirt, and I want to do something very similar to the other side. So let me show you the other side. Oh, before I even show you that, this is what I am calling my cottage garden, my inspired cottage garden. So that's why I have like a mixed array of different plants in here. There really isn't no rhyme or reason, but I do have some similar plants on each side just so there is some symmetry. But I do have different things, like I don't have that over there or that rose. So let's go over there and look at those. So this is the newest edition of the cottage garden or flower bed in the front. This was just literally that's all it was. So eventually I do want to topsoil this and get those big boulder rocks that I have in the front around that pole and put that here. I think that will look really nice. I'm not going to rock this area because this area is going to be constantly changing, because this, again, it's going to be my cottage garden section, this one and the other side that I just showed you. So I think the rocks will just be too much in the way. But as you can see, these peonies I put in earlier this spring, and this one's looks a little sad, but that one's looking pretty good. This one's looking good. That looks good. This one looks good. That one looks like it needs a little extra love. So some of them are coming back and they're doing pretty good. I had the gladiolus growing. I don't know why this one is like leaning. That's a little sad there. Sit up, friend. So the 4 on this side. And then I planted the root bulb of a mum. I don't know if that's going to come up. And then over there is another flower. I don't know if that's going to come up either. But I do have a lily. I can't remember. I think it's a cata lily I have coming that's going to grow up there too. So that's really exciting. Before I show you those, I have these hanging baskets at the top of the front porch. And that's mint. These are going to be strawberries. That is a strawberry plant growing, and that is mint. I did plant strawberry seeds in those two. However, weeds came out. So I was really disappointed about that. So there are the strawberries. I got those from a neighbor. And here is my mint that I have growing, and it's the same one on the other side. So the idea is to have strawberry mojitos on the front porch. This is oregano. This is my second year with this oregano. Look at it, y'all. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. The other oregano I had completely died, but this one died back, and it just came back just so beautifully. I love it. Love it. I use oregano in a lot of my dishes, so it's so nice to have oregano fresh right here on the front porch that you can just grab and go. And it's nice to sit here and just kind of fluff it and get the nice smell too as well. And on this side are my new plants I got from a local greenery. I cannot stress enough how good it is to go to your local gardeners and buy from them versus like a big box store. I like to go to them first, and then I will go to like a Lowe's or somewhere to fill in the gaps. But this is a cactus lily, I think. Look how stunning. I want to put these on the other side, and I think because this front porch gets so much sun that these will do well. And I already got balloons growing, so I'm hoping I can break this up a little bit and spread it out on the other side of the garden bed. And I think that would just add a nice pop of color with the gladiolus, because the other stuff is really not growing in. So I'm trying to fill that other side in really nicely. To replace the weeds that I was watering, I do have 2 June bearing strawberries. They have some little strawberries on here. I really wanted to have some strawberry plants because my son was really interested in growing strawberries. So I'm going to put one in one hanging basket and the other in the other hanging basket. But yeah. And in here I have tomato plants, as you can see. I have a Better Bush variety, and then I have another heirloom variety. I don't remember the name of it. I have a cayenne pepper and another type of pepper I don't remember. And then back here I have my these are not mums. What are these called? I forgot what these are called, y'all. But you know what these flowers are called. And I can't remember. I have the big yellow ones and the little orange ones. Marigolds. Those are called marigolds. So those are going to go on those raised bed back here, like these peppers and tomatoes, and those marigolds going to go back there. And these are going to hanging baskets on the front porch. And then I think the hanging baskets work better having them up there because these are invasive and they will grow everywhere if you let them. So we keep them contained. And a cata lily, they will come back every year. So I'm super stoked about that. But yeah, that's what I have growing. So I hope you enjoyed that really quick garden tour. My goal is at the beginning of every month to share my property and show you what I'm growing, the flowers, the tomatoes, the peppers, the strawberries, the herbs, so you can see it. And yes, I have a very big large backyard and front yard to do all these different types of plants, but I did start off in a very small apartment with a very tiny patio, and then moved to a townhouse that had a really small yard. And I have several videos of growing tomatoes and peppers and hanging baskets and having very narrow little raised beds to grow stuff in. So if you live like in a duplex or an apartment or a townhouse and you don't have the yard space, go back and check those videos, because you'll be able to get inspiration on how you can grow your garden in such a small space. And there's someone else I like to watch on YouTube. I want to link her channel down below. I don't remember her name, and I'm trying to think what her channel is called, but I feel like it's Farm Girl, or the Farm Girl, or Farm Girl. And I'll link her down below, but she does vertical gardening. She lives in a townhouse, and she has one of those towers that you stack, and you can put your vegetables or your herbs or whatever, and she grows everything in there. When I mean everything, she has like zucchini and squash and tomatoes and everything in those towers. So you can grow anything and everything. You just need a little sunlight and some water, and you can grow stuff. She has microgreens. So just because you see all this don't feel like you can't grow. Like, I've grown in, as much smaller spaces than this. This front porch, I've grown just on here before we even tilled the land to get things set. When I say this yard was a mess, some of y'all seen those videos, how messy this yard was, and I don't think we even recorded some of the mess that it was. So we cleared out a lot to get where we are now. So don't let this intimidate you. Get growing. Leave your questions below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.